Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. It has been quite a while. I think it's getting on for 2 weeks now that I haven't uploaded anything. I have got a knitting and crocheting video to go up which I've pre-filmed, and I've also got a taste test which I haven't put up yet, which we're done in the summer. So you will be seeing those at some point. Also that horror review which I haven't put up yet. I haven't finished editing it yet. So anyway, I thought I'd pop on for the vlogs. So I've been away for a bit, as you can tell. Well, you've noticed. I should imagine you've noticed. And I've just been not been in a bad place. I'm not being up to my friends, but you know, we've been talking on the phone and he's getting on with stuff and everything, and the funeral's arranged and stuff. So, you know, he's just been keeping busy, which is the best thing to do. And he's sorting out the house a bit because his dad left him in a bit of a mess, and it looks a bit, well, put it this way. His dad left loads and loads of mail from years and years and years, and he's finding his mum's as well, so he's getting rid of a load of stuff and clothes and things like that. He's just getting on with it, and I don't blame him. So yeah, we've had the odd phone call, you know, in the week and just chatted, and you know, he's doing all right, although that's what he thinks. I think it's going to hit him on the funeral day, I really do. And he thought he was just going to go to that on his own, because his family are not good, to put it mildly. So they're not really bothered. When his mum died, they just didn't show any interest and didn't turn up for the funeral. So it was just him and his dad there. And he thought he was going to be going to his dad's funeral by himself for some reason. And I said, don't be silly, I'm coming with you. So it'll be me and you, so don't worry, I'll be there. So he's got me. So I don't know, I feel a bit redundant though, because I don't know why, because we're not the right word really. I just feel a bit like, or maybe he doesn't want me about, or maybe he doesn't want me there, but I don't think it's that. It's just, I hope it's not that, but I think he just likes keeping busy, I understand. Anyway, so during this time, I've not got the Halloween stuff up yet. It may never get there, you know. But anyway, I've got a few bats there because, you know, I like the bats. They kind of stick out a bit. They're like, you bend the wings and they kind of look like they're fluttering, and I quite like that. So they're there permanently all year now. So I've been colouring the pictures still. And what I do is I pop on a film or TV series and I'm watching that and colouring in or crocheting, because yeah, I got the hang of that all right. Oh my goodness, I'm currently knitting lots of sweaters for snakes because it's a single chain, because I'm only handling a single chain at the minute and getting the hang of that and the tension and stuff. And then I'm going to try doing the double chain and do all that. You never know, we might be making plushies by the end of next year. Anyway, so yeah, this is one picture I'm currently doing, is this one. And I'm doing the multimedia, so I'm doing some colour pencils and some felt tips, well, markers, and highlighting some areas like the webs. There was just a grey colour, so I just went over in black, because I've got some fine tip markers, double-ended ones with the brush tips, which are very good. And yeah, and I've tried to highlight here and that, but I don't think it's gone too well, to be honest. But yeah, I'm just trying to make it a bit more. I tried to blend in with the pencil, and yeah, but it was better with the other one, I think. Anyway, I'm just currently doing that. I've still got Annabelle to finish, or Annabelle-esque sort of looking picture. I've got Chucky. I've done Trick or Treat, and because that was really simple. And I think that's it. Annabelle, that one. Chucky, Trick or Treat. No, there's another one. No, I can't think. There was Art the Clown to do. One, Neil picked out that it's mainly black and white, and I just thought, oh yeah. Plus, there was Pennywise as well. And I said to him, I honestly don't think I could look at them two on camera. No. Currently got this video paused on this guy unboxing Chucky dolls. And it reminded me of a friend that I had. And her little daughter at the time, because now her daughter's in the 20s, I think. But her daughter at the time was about 7 or 8 or something. Maybe a little younger. I think it was a little younger. And she found Mum's Chucky doll and was sleeping with it. So she went to me, she sleeps with that doll. And I just went, lovely. But you don't say to the child, really do you want to sleep with that? Because you don't want to make them think there's something wrong. So you just act naturally and go, okay, it's been in the wars a bit, hasn't it? But, you know, she slept with it, I don't know how long for, but, you know, she quite liked it. Scarred up and everything. She liked it. Very weird. So, yeah, I'm currently watching this guy, like I said. He's got the Chucky outfit on. And he's got all this stuff around him, all the horror stuff. And this clown, but this clown I'm sure is from, is it Clowns from Outer Space or something? Can't remember the film name, but something like that. It's a funny one. So, yeah. Can't remember the name of that film. I'll have to pop it here, you know. So anyway, yeah. But I've been in my own little happy bubble, funnily, because the last 3 days, or is it? Yeah, 3 days has been absolutely brilliant. I went on my mental health walk to Lidl to pick up a few bits. And so I did that. I didn't film that. So I did that. I think you're getting a bit bored of them. I don't know. So I did that on Wednesday. And really did enjoy it. Like always, it takes me a little bit of time to get out of the house. But once I'm out and I'm starting to walk, and once I'm coming back, oh wow, that feels amazing. Oh, the one I went to before, because I didn't film that either, when I went on that one for the Lidl shop. Oh my goodness, that was horrendous. Oh, that was, not the walk. The walk's fine. But in the try that again. In the Lidl itself, I had the app. I thought, well, I've got some internet on my phone. Oh, don't even go there with phone calls with gift gaff at the minute. It's horrendous. It sounds like you're underwater on the other end of the phone, because I got the internet particularly this time so I could phone him, and then when I phoned it sounds like it's underwater on his end, and it's just terrible, and I need to test it with this phone, but I keep forgetting. But anyway, I need to get on to him about that, because when you're paying for the internet and well, paying for the internet, unlimited calls and texts, but if you're paying £6 for that a month, you want the damn thing to work. So the internet's fine on it. I don't need the internet on it, but and the texting I'm assuming is fine. I don't really text people. I've got Neil's mum on WhatsApp, so we use that and use that for calls, and you don't need an internet provider for that. As long as you got your phone number registered with WhatsApp, you're good to go to do Wi-Fi calling. So yeah, that's been terrible. What I've been saying, oh yeah, so I got the Lidl Plus app. I thought I'll give that a go, and it said, oh, you got 2 vouchers. You can get a free pastry from the bakery bit, or bread or whatever it was on the list. It was quite extensive, and free fruit. I just went, well, I'm going for that. What a waste of space. Honestly, it wasn't good. I went on a Friday that week, so maybe they just hadn't stocked up the pastry bits that well. Well, they hadn't. It wasn't very good. And it was early as well, because I managed to see those fruit and veg boxes they have at the front at 150, which look amazing. So I was early enough. And so what they are is they're like a good to go thing. They basically have fruit and veg in these, well, they're a big box, quite a big box, and they have, you know, some good fruit and veg bits in there which are going to the date but not past the date, but need clearing off the shelf. So it's quite full, and it's £1.50, and I think that's brilliant. So anyway, I've only ever seen them once, and I didn't really need one that week. So anyway, regardless. So the pastry items and the bread and that wasn't very well stocked, and it was early in the morning as well. While it was around about 10:30, could have been around about 11, but I doubt it. I actually don't think it was. And oh, excuse me. And so that was rubbish. Because my idea was, because Neil doesn't really eat fruit much, so I thought, if I get him the pastry or whatever from there, he can have that, and I'll get fruit, which was also an extensive list. Now, the fruit thing wasn't very clear. It had all these number codes, but when you looked on the receipt bit, not receipt bit, you know, the barcoded thing with the price on the shelves, what you get. The numbers were totally different. I don't know what was going on. And there's never anybody in there working on the shop floor to ask. So it's a bit like, well, what do I do? So I was pretty sure the bananas I was choosing would have been fine anyway. So anyway, I couldn't get the pastry arms. I was confused with the fruit bit. And I thought, oh, sod this. It's just a waste of time. Because I thought, if I can't get what I want to get on it, then this is the thing. They always say, if it's too good to be true, that's because it is. And that was one of them. So I didn't bother with that. So I never scanned it at the checkout, because you normally scan your phone in after you spent so much, you get some benefits and stuff like that. I never bothered with it. I was that ticked off. I actually deleted the app in the store. I was quite annoyed about it. And what's the point of having something like that if it doesn't work properly? And I've since looked at the reviews for that, and a lot of people have said how terrible it is. So yeah, it's a waste of time. They used to ask you if you got that Lidl Plus app when you went in and when you was at the checkout, but they don't even ask you now, so even they know it's terrible. So anyway, so that didn't happen, but I carried on. I got to the checkout. Now, I've only got two hands, you know, so I'm packing in the trolley, because I had to get the bigger trolley because the little mini ones were gone. So I'm packing up the trolley with the stuff, and there weren't that many items, but you know, there was a woman in front of me, which was an old woman in front of me, which was, you know, a little slow, and I understand that, so I was giving her time to get her stuff packed and move on. I was giving her time. In the meantime, the checkout girl was already scanning my things, so by the time I got round to the checkout front with the trolley, I was packing the trolley. So part way through packing the trolley, she said the price again to me, because she'd already said it. And I said, just a minute, love. I said, I've only got one pair of hands. So I carried on packing that, and then I paid her, etc. And then got to the bit and packed the trolley, etc., you know. And so off I went. But she was, I thought that was bloody rude, to be honest. I thought, hang on a minute. You can see what I'm doing, just be patient. So I was a bit perturbed in there. It wasn't the best shopping trip at all. But the walk was great, and it always is, and it really sorts my head out. And so even though it takes me time to get out to do it, I'm happy to do it because it really sorts my head out. So I got back on Wednesday. I decided I'd go on my Wednesday, so I did. And felt brilliant. Oh, absolutely brilliant. It was just wonderful. It really was. And so I got back from that and I felt great all day. Pardon me. Wow. A bit belchy. And so I didn't want to film it because I just wanted to do my own thing, get up there, do what I do and come back. And like I say, I think you're getting a bit bored of them. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know if you are. I just think it's a YouTube thing. So, like I say, I'm not really that bothered now. I'm just filming because I feel like it. I'm filming because I want to, and it's a hobby, and it always started out that way anyway. So, you know, I'm not bothered. It does get you a bit down because you think, well, I'm putting all this effort in and nobody's bothered. So I'm not saying nobody, but you know what I mean. But everybody's getting the same thing. So anyway, so I didn't film it, but I felt amazing Wednesday. Absolutely amazing when I come back from that. Thursday was also a really good day. I was in a really good place Thursday and today. Because, well, actually, this is early Saturday morning. So Thursday and yesterday was amazing. So good in my head and positive and just happy. And I love those days. I really do. And I'm doing some colouring in and I'm doing all, you know, watching things. I have watched Bates Motel now, the series. The TV series. There's 5 seasons. I got through that in 5 days. I kid you not. I couldn't stop watching it. I first watched that when it first started, and I didn't get into it. I don't know why I didn't get into it. I just didn't. I think it's because I was expecting it to be Norman Bates, like he's a psycho, but just a TV series, and I was expecting that. But what it actually is Norman Bates growing up in that house where the motel is, because they own the house and the motel, if you've ever seen the films, Psycho. And so I thought it would be older Norman Bates, etc., etc., but it's not. It's Norman Bates when he was growing up. And the very unnatural relationship he had with his mother. So I'm watching all them, and I'm thinking, because he was blacking out, but he was murdering people, and it first looked like it was his mum, but it actually wasn't. So whenever he blacked out, it was like his mother was there saying, you need to get rid of these people, you need to get rid of her, etc., etc., and he was doing that, which is a bit like the film, but it didn't really show Norman Bates dressed up as his mum or as a woman as such until later on in the series. But anyway, it was him growing up and having all this going on. So first I thought what they said, because they said he's schizophrenic, and I thought, yeah, that's not possible. So this is what happens when you watch a lot of true crime, you see. So I'm watching and thinking, but his mum's there. It's like his mum's there when he's doing the murders, but she isn't there. And I just thought, that's not schizophrenia, that's DID. That's dissociated identity disorder, which used to be called multiple personality disorder. So, yeah, and I was right. So, all these crime things, you see. So, I watched one the other day, crime one with Emma Kenny, because I like to build them up and then I'll go through them eventually. I had to stop it for a bit. I was in tears. Oh my goodness, the horrendous things that happened to this child. It's always child cases that really, really are hard to watch. Oh dear. I had to stop it. I was flooded. I had to give it a minute, you know. But I like to hear about it, and we should hear about it, because that child needs recognition that it lived, you know. It's for the child at the end of the day to recognise it existed. But wow. Anyway, so yeah, that Norman Bates one's very good, the Bates Motel. So if you haven't seen it, go and see it. When it got to the end of the 5 seasons, I thought, oh, I wish there was another one. I was really into it. And so I looked it up, and it didn't get cancelled. It was just the writer wanted it, or director, or whatever, wanted to write it as it coincided with the films. Because the films were done years ago, because the first one was done in 1960 with Alfred Hitchcock. He did that film. And then it went on to the other films. So there's about 4. And there's a remake. Don't watch the remake. Really, just don't watch the remake. It's crap. Anyway, so he wanted it to coincide. So it was like, cover the background of Norman Bates and why he got to where he did in the films. And I think he did it really well. I still wish there was more seasons, because I could have watched another 5 of them. Currently watching films, you see, or whatever, and I'm colouring in. I've watched a lot of horror. What did I watch yesterday? I started Weapons today, but I wasn't quite... I think I'd rather watch it another time. Sometimes you can't get into them that quick, straight away. You know, sometimes you're not in the mood for the certain type of film. I don't know. So, what else? What did I watch? It was only yesterday. My goodness, my brain's not holding that for me. The Babadook. See, this is another thing with true crime. Because horror, it changes your perspective. Because I now watch horror films and potentially see a crime scene that could actually happen. So, watch The Babadook. Highly recommend it. It's great. It's so creepy. It's an Australian horror. And it's about the Babadook. She reads her son, because it's a mother with a son. She lost her husband, so she's just her and her son. And it seems to me he's got some problems. He's got ADHD. It seems to me he's got that, and maybe a bit of autism, more ADHD. But I reckon in the director said no, I wasn't aiming for that, but he does seem like that anyway. So they're living alone, and then I think this book gets delivered or something. See, my head ain't hold that information. Pretty sure this book ends up finding itself on the doorstep. And so she starts reading it to her son. It's called The Babadook, clearly. And as she's reading, she stops reading eventually, and he has to have another book chosen because it was going extremely dark. And she thought, this is not a book for my son. We're not doing this. Didn't think no more about it. However, this entity comes out from the book, and then mother gets possessed by the Babadook. So she's weird and unusual. So, but yeah, it's a very good story. But problem is with that, because she was possessed, she was being really horrible to a child, and it was awful. And during that, I thought, well, that's a case of child abuse and neglect. Here we go again. can I not watch a horror film without thinking it? So anyway, yeah, I watched that. That is a great film. I might cover that. Properly. Brilliant. She even goes and rips a book up at one point and puts it in the bin, or as you'd call in the States and maybe at some other places, the trash. And it comes back again. And it's like the pages what she tore was all put back and stuck back in or whatever. Oh, it's a really creepy story. I really like it. Another horror from Australia I like is Talk to Me. That is flipping good. Basically well, actually, I shouldn't tell you because I should do this as a review, but it's a hand. It's like a pot, ceramic hand, and they hold this hand and say, talk to me, and for about, I think it's 90 seconds, because they've got a candle burning, and they say, talk to me, and hold it, and something happens. They see someone. It's all different. And if you don't come out of it after 90 seconds, it stays with you. Or something like that. Anyway, I'm going to watch that again, actually. It'll be the third watch of that, which is well worth watching. At the time when that was advertised, I thought, I bet it ain't that good. It actually is. Yeah, I've been watching a lot. Still want to watch Midsummer again. That was shocking. 2 old people lunged to their death off a cliff. It's like, oh wow. That's a bit like the Wicker Man. You know, the 1970, is it 73? Wicker Man with Edward Woodward in. And that is the best one. Don't watch the Nicolas Cage one. It is awful. Watch the Edward Woodward one. That's the better one. Oh, with Christopher Lee in it as well. Awesome. Really, really good. Really, really creepy. So, yeah. I have been doing the rounds for the films. And then TV series. I don't know what else I watched in TV series I really enjoyed. And then, what else? Oh, I've watched Keeping Up Appearances. I watched all them. They are so funny. You probably won't know if you're anywhere else in the world, but Patricia, I'm going to butcher her surname. I know I am. Mutually just, I think. She recently just passed away. And so I wanted to watch Keeping Up Appearances again, and oh, they are so good. So good. Just so funny. Because she plays she's married to this guy, Richard, and she has a surname which is actually Bucket, but she won't accept it's Bucket. So even though people go, oh, it's Bucket, when she spells it, she goes, no, it's Bouquet. And she tries to be upper class more than she is, and you know, just, oh wow, she is something to be, oh wow, she's just something else, that one. Hyacinth Bouquet, oh my goodness. Her poor husband. It's really good, it's really, really, really good. So, yeah, I've just been in my own bubble, really. I've been enjoying my own bubble. I really have. I've been doing my crocheting and colouring and playing games on the phones because I'm still doing the testing. Now, I would have done the misplay one by now, I really would have, but unfortunately I can't stop playing on misplay now because I'm quite enjoying it so much, because there's some challenges and everything during the days and all that. I'm doing Just Play now, so I'll have that one up as well. I think I'll do one week and then one another. And so, yeah, currently going to finish watching this guy do the unboxing of Chucky dolls. I've also watched somebody there is a Chucky doll he got, and he altered it. So he made the body a bit longer and the arms a bit different, the hands and that. And he just, what do you call it? Not reconstruct. Can't remember what the word is. But yeah, he did that really well. So, yeah, currently watching that. I did Chucky. I watched all the Chucky films last year, so I don't want to cover that again. They're alright. Some of the films good, some of them are not. A lot of people say they didn't like Seed of Chucky, and I actually quite like that one. But there are the ones I just go, it could have, when Andy was in the, I don't know, was it a boys' club or camp or something? I don't know, misbehaved kids or something, I don't know. Can't remember, but it could have done without that one. It was a bit, I didn't find that one great. I think that's the second one, or was it the third one? No idea. Covered The Omen, done that. Well, I ain't covered it, I haven't done the video for it, but, you know, I watched The Omen. I should go and watch Nightmare on Elm Street. I know all the catchphrases before they come out of his mouth. But I should watch them again. I'm not watching the remake again. Never watching that ever. It's awful. Oh my goodness. I'm not even going to go there with a rant because I've already done that. I just don't know why they did it so badly. I've watched House of a Thousand Corpses because I watched all the Rob Zombie ones. He is a sick, twisted minded person. Put it that way. House of a Thousand Corpses. Devil's Rejects. 21. Is it 21? I can't remember. Something's gone on, but I know there's 31. I think I'm getting confused with that. There's one film I can't quite put my finger on what the name is, but I know he did 4. Yeah, he's got a sick mind, that man. My goodness. But they are good films. Well, I say that. I do find Devil's Reject a bit and then one of them, which I can't think of the name, is a bit, well, it's alright. Better than Devil's Reject. I didn't really like Devil's Reject much. House of a Thousand Corpses is really good. And 31, I think I did enjoy. I can't remember. Anyway, yeah. He's got a sick mind, that man. A real sick mind. Not watched all the Saw films. I know. Shock horror. I started with them because I remember when I seen the first one, which they put on the TV. Because there's a rule with the TV, I think, it might not be now, but I think at the time there was a rule where they couldn't put the new latest films on until they've been out for about a year and a half. And so Saw came on one night and me and my friend watched it. Currently my partner at the time it was. And I wasn't expecting the end, as my shocked mouth would suggest, because the guy was in the middle of the floor. Now, if you haven't seen Saw, skip through this bit because I'm going to spoil it for you. Middle of the floor in this horrible, dirty bathroom where these two guys were all chained up and was trying to get free. Looked like he was dead. Suddenly gets up off the floor. Turns out he was the one to create all these games going on. He twisted. And says game over and shuts the door. Wow, well expected that. So I like those kind of endings. However, I do not like films that have 8-legged freaks in that don't tell you they got me. Oh, no. But I'm not that was ages ago, years ago, when I got this video. I don't know what it was called, but oh no, couldn't watch it. So yeah. So anyway, I'm just waffling here. So I'm trying to think of what else I've done. Not really much other than that, to be honest. But what I am doing, I'm very much enjoying being in my own bubble and just having a bit of time where I'm just doing what I want, because not that I ain't, but you know, I'm colouring in. I'm enjoying that again, getting the creative side going, even if it's just colouring in. You know, doing the crocheting. Not started anywhere closer with the knitting. I'm enjoying the crocheting too much. And just, yeah, I'm just doing that. And, oh, here's the thing. I don't know why, but the last, 2 weeks now, my body's been letting me down so badly because I stepped on something which was on the floor, and it, you know, at the time was a bit uncomfortable. I went, ow, what's that? And sorted that. That was a week on Thursday ago, and didn't think anything else of it. Tried to sleep that night, and I couldn't. I was in agony. My foot really hurt. It was so painful, and I just couldn't sleep with the pain. Couldn't swallow the paracetamol because for some reason I can't swallow pills. I actually cut them in half, and I couldn't swallow it even then. It just got stuck. Cannot swallow paracetamol. Well, pills like that. Capsules I'm fine with, but those, no, I cannot swallow them. So I ended up having to crush it down, put it in some water to dissolve it, and then neck it back, which wasn't very pleasant, I can tell you, but it actually worked. So I need to get the soluble ones, because at least then they're not tasting so bad. So when I got up the next morning, I could barely walk on this foot, because during that time I put a support on my foot just to try and see if I could sleep, and it kind of helped, but it felt worse. So when I got up, I was really hobbling, and I thought, I'll take the support off, because it's not really doing anything. It just feels really tight, which is not what I want. So excuse my spit at my mouth, it's just my saliva glands are a little bit overactive sometimes. So when I'm at an angle, it's even worse. So anyway, I was hobbling around. I thought, how am I going to do stairs? So I managed it, going down one step at a time, and then managed it. Going up the stairs weren't so bad, but going down was quite tricky. But, you know, hobbling around all day. Got to get the paracetamols down by doing what I did. Only needed those two. It sort of helped. But during the day, it was getting better and better. Because the original thought was I'd broken my toe, but I didn't. It felt like it in the toe, but it wasn't. Next day came, and I suddenly got up, because that night it was getting better and better. Weren't hobbling so bad. Next morning I got up and just walked around, and then I just went, hang on a minute, I'm walking normally again. What was that all about? So I don't know what I did. But whatever I did, it sorted itself. Then this was before that. Look. Just a minute. Yeah, I tried to wipe the top of my finger off. It looks a lot better now. It's over a week ago. It's had a plaster on, and yeah, it's looking a lot better now. It's not sore or anything. But yeah, I did that because the top drawer of our freezer accidentally snapped a bit because it got stuck, and we were gently trying to get it to come forward because I needed to defrost it. This was last year, or maybe a bit before, and so we managed to snap the drawer bit. It was by accident. I didn't mean to do it, but I was a bit perturbed. But you know, it wasn't his fault. I recognise that. So it's a bit sharp, to be honest. But we used the drawer because it's helpful still. Useful. I could do with another drawer there, really, if I could find one. Replace it. So I was defrosting the freezer again because for some reason, even though I put to do it the 6th of August, it didn't happen. Because I don't like defrosting freezers, they do my head in. So I had to defrost that. So I caught the drawer. Didn't think I'd caught anything. I just thought, ow, that hurt. Off I went. So in the meantime, I was dropping blood everywhere. It weren't bleeding so bad, but you know what I mean? You droplets of blood, and then I got the bowl ready to fill it up with that water. Why is that red? Oh no! So I had to sort the finger out, then wash the bowls. So then I did all the freezer and everything. So this was quite sore. The plasters we've got are supposed to be waterproof. Yeah, right. They came off every time. I put my hands in water because you have to wash your hands, don't you? So I was washing my hands and it was fine the first time. The second time just come off, didn't I? Useless. So I ended up having to put micropore tape around it. It stayed on. It stayed on. Stayed on better than the actual thing itself. So having that tape around it helped. But the plaster fell off one night when I was going to wash my face. I put my hand in water and about... Oh, bugger. Put it this way, that was painful. I did shout. So, ow. Because that was quite bad. Because it had the skin, what I tore off upwards. And then it really sore open. Nasty. So, yeah, I tried to do that. Meantime, I was talking to the girls online, want to know. And, they just went, will you stop injuring yourself, please? So, and today, well, yesterday, piece of resistance, see, this is the third thing. I was coming up the stairs with my cheesecake, which was luckily in the bowl and not a plate, on a plate. And, pardon me, and a cup of tea. My leg decided to give way, throw me forward. Thank goodness it didn't throw me backwards. And tea went all over the stairs. My whole cup of tea just went. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I thought it was a good job it wasn't going down the stairs. I'd have been in A&E. So anyway, yeah, so you know, that's the 3 things now I've done to myself. So, well, I didn't exactly do it to myself on purpose, but, you know, that happened. Oh, goodness me. So, yeah. So, anyway, I should let you go because this is 45 minutes of absolute waffle. I tell you, it's waffle. Well, I've enjoyed it. So... Anyway, I hope you find this video enjoyable. If not, just to giggle at the fact I'm injuring myself all the time. Oh, goodness me. Well, something happened the other day. I don't know. Words are beyond me because they come out different. And now I'm injuring myself. I was worried though when we thought we were like that. But I thought, how am I going to get to the funeral if I'm limping like this? I thought, well, because I didn't know when it would be at the time, because you've just gone to sort that out. So, it's now around just over 2 weeks away, so, you know, I'm hopefully going to be fine, you know, I don't want to injure myself. Oh my goodness, no, can't do that. It's one of the things, I think something happened before when I was supposed to be doing something in a few days. Yeah, I injured my leg. because the stairs are quite steep. And then at the bottom, just before you get to the bottom, they go round like that as well. So not only are they steep, they go round at the bottom. So, you know, lots of times I've come down these stairs on my ass. And if you say, did you miss any steps? No, I hit every one of them. So, anyway, so one particular time I miscalculated stairs, because I normally count them when it's a bit dark at night. I know how many steps before we get to the curve bit. You know, it's one of them things. I don't always put the light on. I manage for that. Maybe we shouldn't do that. And so I always calculate it. And I miscalculated it. And when I went down, I missed the fact I was actually on the step before the last one. Oh my goodness. So I went really heavy down on that ankle, and that was really, really painful. Hence why I've got that support, because Mum gave it me. So yeah, that was really painful. I didn't do much good then either. It was a bit too tight, a bit too small. But ouch. So I was limping around thinking, I'm going to go and see my mum in a couple of days. What am I going to do here? But luckily it wasn't so bad by then. But oh goodness, it's always before something. Always before something. And right now my body, with my leg giving way, is trying to kill me. I'm exaggerating. I think I saw it stuck around. No, it's just chipped. That tooth chipped. That was a fall. Oh dear. I don't want to have broken bones before I'm 70, you know. I don't want to get to 70, to be honest, but you know, it might happen. Oh dear me. So anyway, I don't know. I just don't. I do things silly, you know. I hope you did enjoy this ramble. I will see you again next time. Please do all that lovely stuff, like, comment, subscribe and share. This has been an absolute waffle on. If you got to the end of this video, please put the ghost, well, a Halloween emoji, pumpkin, ghost, whatever you find. And thank you if you have got to the end of this waffle. I will see you soon. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.